everyone. So today I want to talk about lupins. So the question I have for you is, are lupins finicky to grow? And are they even more finicky to grow in a colder climate or a warmer climate? So let's do a bit of investigation and find out some more about lupins, and then we're going to plant some up. And maybe we can answer this question together. So lupins, which are a perennial, they are sun to part shade, 365 days to reach potential. Because they are a perennial, they want you to sow the seeds 0.6 centimeters deep in a shady area in early summer. Keep soil moist and protected. These guys will emerge from the soil in 14 to 28 days, so there's their germination time. And you can transplant them to a permanent sunny, partial shade location in the garden. Should be about 30 centimeters apart because they get quite big. So I am going to start these early. I have planted lupins before in another garden. I have not tried them here, so I'm interested to see how they do in my Zone 3B garden. I know other gardeners have grown them successfully, but I want to give it a try and see if I can do it. And because these are so beautiful, and I like anything that is structurally towered, and I think because of the shape of these, they're kind of formal in their statue. So I want to put these in an area where I need a burst of color and some structure. So let's open these up. We're starting these early and we'll see what they do. So it's the Russell Hybrid Mixed Colors from Burpee. So I'm just going to put them on a paper towel here because I want to see what they look like. And they don't need to be very deep, so I'm just going to go through and start at this end and then go in and just make a spot. I've got a feeling I missed a row there. I don't know if that one went. Done. Looks good. The next two types of lupins that I want to start are the Lupin Pixie Delight and the Lupin Festive Mix. The Pixie Delight is an annual and the Festive Mix is a perennial. So we'll start with the Festival Mix, which is, I really like this one. I'm just going to open it up and we're going to see what we got for seeds. They're coming in a separate package. And my bowl, and we're just going to soak these ones. So I'm just going to put them in water, so I'll grab some water. And these ones are going to go in the fridge. So that's the festival mix. So I'm just going to tape that actually on there. I'm just loosely taping them because that tag is going to be moved into the soil mixture when I go and plant it. So I'm just going to put something, hold it on there so I know which one it is. So that is the festival. Now I'm going to take the Pixie Delight, and I have a sheet of coarse sandpaper here, and I'm just going to open this one up. There we go. Quite a bit of seeds in this one compared to that one. These look quite dehydrated as well compared to the other ones. So I'm just going to take those. I'm going to take my sandpaper like this. And I'm just going to get a good rub on them. Got my hand there, keep them from flying off the paper. All right, so now I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm going to put it in this dish and I'm going to moisten it, and then I'm going to wrap the seeds in it. I moistened it pretty good. It's not like sloppy wet, but it's good and wet. And I'm just using the dish to actually help me fold the towel up is all, and capture them. So I'm just gonna take the paper, the sandpaper, put it in here, one stock, and just gonna spread them out a little bit more in there. And I'm just gonna fold it in. And fold it on itself and press it down good so it makes good contact with the paper towel. And then I'm gonna throw it into my Ziploc. There we go. And I'm gonna tape my tag on it. And that marker did not do a good job on that tag. So actually, since this is a pixie mix, I'm gonna tape the package onto it. It's like I said, that looks terrible. It's all, marker did a terrible job. I need more of a fine point by the looks of it. All right, and we're gonna put them in the fridge overnight, and then we're gonna plant them out. So the festive mix was just put in water and soaked for 2 days. And the pixie mix was scarified with sandpaper and then wrapped in paper towel and put in the fridge. So 2 different processes here. And then the Russell that we already planted was directly planted into soil. And those ones are really small. And this festive mix, there's not as many seeds. You can see here that there's not very many. So I'm just doing a few rows here and separating them out good. And I really like using these kind of trays that do not have the cells for this, because if I spread them out nicely, and these are bigger seeds, it's easy for me to pot them up. So we'll just finish this. Yeah, that one's really soft. Look at that. You can see how soft that is. So we'll see. And there's just a couple more in here. Just quickly put them in. So yeah, just looking at this tray, a lot of little ones. Real mixture in sizing. There. All right, and I'm going to put the tag on those. Right there. And then I'm going to put the tag for where I am starting the pixie. I'm just going to cover these up. The soil was already moist, so no problems there. Just lightly cover. So I just used my finger to measure how deep to plant them. All right, let's look at this mix now. This was a pixie mix wrapped in paper towel. And these are the annual ones, like I mentioned. So let's see what they look like, how much they've swelled. Oh yeah, look at the size of these ones now. Like, they are really swelled up. They're huge. Just going to show you up close how big these have gotten. They are definitely no longer dehydrated. So, and there's a lot of this pixie mix. And these are really pretty because these are light pinks and purples. So we're just going to plant these up and put them in, and we'll see how long it takes these to germinate in comparison to the Russells that we already planted and in comparison to the festive mix. So I'm just going to run these through, and I'm probably just going to do more of a sprinkle here because there's so many, and I'll just sort them out as I get them on. There is a lot. Wow. Did not expect to have that many. Impressive. That's actually not a bad deal for seeds then when you get so many. Look at that. So I'll be planting these thick. So I'm just going to shake these on, and then I'll just go through. They're all stuck to the paper towel. Let's just look and see if any of them have broken open. They're soft. They're definitely soft. They look like small beans to me is what they look like. Okay, they're all planted now and they look good, and I just patted the dirt down firmly. So let's put them in there for. So I'm not gonna spray the soil down. The seeds were soaked. Both kinds of seeds were soaked. One in paper towel, one just in water. They were in the fridge for 2 days. That's how long I soaked them. So I just planted them directly into the medium and then placed them over here with their container so they get some humidity, and we'll see how they do. Now I want to show you guys something interesting. I planted these lupins, and these are the Russell hybrid, 2 days ago. They were just seed that I put into the soil. I didn't soak them or anything, and they are up. Now, the germination rate of these is 14 to 28 days, and these were up in 2 days. Now, why did they come up so fast? Well, there's a few different reasons why they're coming up so darn fast here. Number one, I'm using a really good quality Jiffy seed starting mix. The soil's very light and very airy. Number two, they are under grow lights. Okay, so they are under my grow lights there. And this really helped. And number three, they had a humidity dome on them. Now, those things all helped to germinate seeds, but I have one other theory, and that is this seed was fresh. It hadn't been sitting on a store shelf for months or years. When I picked up this seed, they had just brought it in, and actually the distributor was there from the seed company and the representative, I guess, and they were putting fresh seed out. So this did not sit in that particular store on the shelves. So I think that makes a huge difference in the germination rate. As for the speed of the germination rate, I think that applies to the soil and to the fluorescent light is the key. So are lupins finicky to grow? Well, let's answer this in a couple parts. Lupins are finicky to grow if you buy the plants from a store and you put them in, because they have to set roots in the ground. So there is a bit of a slow start to getting them to settle into the ground versus planting seed. If you plant seed and you start them from seed, they are going to settle in quicker than if you buy a plant on the shelf. Plus, you're getting a lot bigger bang for your buck by starting them. Are they hard to start from seed? No. These were super easy to start from seed. They came up within 2 days, super impressive, and they did not come up in the 14 to 28 days. So, yes, starting them from seed is the way to go. Now, I have talked to a few people that say they have had trouble starting them from seed and they've had to scarify them and soak them to even have a chance of them growing. That is not an issue. I've tried all methods, and planting them directly into the soil has been just as effective as scarifying them or soaking them. So whatever works for you. My house is fairly warm if you want to talk about temperature. So there's no grow mats or anything underneath here, but it's in my kitchen and it's warm, and there's some sun coming through the door as well. So that could be a factor. Now, I talked to the seed representative from the one company, and she was saying like she has had trouble with lupins because she has just bought the plants and put them out. She had never tried germinating them from seed. So I think there's a huge difference in how well they adapt in the garden if they're plants versus you starting them from seed. So I would recommend starting them from seed. You can get a lot of lupins from a package of seed, as we've seen. They come in perennial and annual form. And because they're such a sturdy plant, they won't need a lot of staking in your garden, but they still need a sheltered spot. And they don't like to be wet. Okay, so they like well-drained soil. So keep that in mind. So I hope this helps you to decide if you want to start lupins. I highly recommend you start them inside. This was so darn easy, you guys. I'm just so impressed, and I'm very, very happy. And I'm going to put them in multiple locations in the garden in the summer, and we'll see which location they like best. Do they like south, east, west, north? We'll find out, because I'm going to scatter them all over because I have so many, and I'll probably just give some to friends and family too, because like I said, if they all germinate like these ones did, I'm going to have a lot of lupins. So that's kind of cool. So thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, and give me some comments. Have you grown them from seed? Have you bought the plants? What kind of success rate are you? I'm in zone 3B here in Saskatchewan, so let me know how you do. Love you all. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bye.